Since 1995, PSS has been presenting the Maggie Kuhn Award to an outstanding individual or organization that exemplified the vision, spirit, and ideals of Maggie Kuhn. Born in Buffalo in 1905, Maggie Kuhn spent most of her childhood in Cleveland and later in Memphis. After majoring in English at Case Western Reserve University, her interest in social activism soon became apparent. During the 1930s, Maggie worked for the YWCA, where she was often criticized for teaching women about unionizing, women's issues, and social justice. In the 1940s, she brought that same unconventional approach to her work for the USO. Wherever she went, Maggie challenged the status quo, such as starting a human sexuality class and encouraging women to study their own lives and their own world. During the 1950s and 60s, Maggie Kuhn worked for the Presbyterian Church in New York City, where she encouraged seminary students to go out and work directly with those living in poverty. In 1970, Maggie, who was then living in Philadelphia, turned 65 and found herself confronting the mandatory retirement law then in effect. She soon banded together with other retirees and in that very year formed the Gray Panthers movement. Seeing all issues of injustice as inevitably linked, Maggie and her Gray Panthers refused to restrict themselves to just elder rights activism, but focused also on peace, politics, poverty, and civil liberties. Maggie and the Gray Panthers gave a voice to not only older adults, but to all those who found themselves disengaged, marginalized, and forgotten. Over the years, the Gray Panthers movement grew, inspiring people across the country to join the good fight. With the motto of Age and Youth in Action, the movement attracted younger people as well, including high school and college students. Maggie believed that youth should be taken more seriously and given more responsibility by society. In 1992, Maggie became an advisor and consultant to PSS. When she died in 1995 at the age of 89, PSS was granted approval by the executor of her estate to create the Maggie Kuhn Award. And since then, the Maggie Kuhn Award has been presented annually. While the names and the faces of these worthy recipients changed every year, there remains one common denominator. Their leadership and impact on the community has been consistently of the highest caliber, reflecting what this amazing woman, Maggie Kuhn, was all about. This year's recipient of the Maggie Kuhn Award is Councilmember Margaret Chin. In 2010, Margaret Chin joined the New York City Council as a representative for District 1 in Lower Manhattan. She has served as the chair of the Council's Committee on Aging, as well as a member of the Committees on Education, Youth Services, Rules, and Transportation. In addition to co-chairing the Women's Caucus, she is a founding member of the Progressive Caucus and belongs to the Black, Latino, and Asian Caucus. Prior to becoming a council member, Margaret worked at Asian Americans for Equality, an organization that she helped form while in college. At AAFE, she fought for affordable housing, as well as equal opportunities for immigrant families. Even before taking office, Ms. Chin successfully fought to get bilingual ballots for the Asian community. In her life and in her service to New York City, Councilmember Chin exhibits the same tenacity and advocacy exemplified by Maggie Kuhn. PSS salutes Margaret Chin for her tireless efforts to fight for and advocate for the members of her community, and we are proud to add Ms. Chin to the roster of honorees who demonstrate the same vision and ideals of Maggie Kuhn.